what's going on, everybody? Evan here with Devon's Detailing and Polishing. We got Devon Johnson here from, it's Johnson, right?
Yeah, Johnson, yeah.
From Jade Transport. They got their 362E cab over here. What year is it?
2000.
The 2000 362E Peterbilt. And we haven't really shown this product a whole lot.
It's really slacking.
The ceramic foam rinse. And as we were washing this thing today, we noticed that there wasn't any hydrophobic on it. So I'm guessing they haven't used this one yet.
Nope.
And Devon for sure hasn't used it because he said he hadn't used it yet because they have a wash crew and their crew
are pretty picky.
Does what they do.
Yeah.
They do a good job washing all their stuff. But I figured while it was here, it was a little dirty and he's heading out. He's on a 34-hour reset.
Yep.
So when he heads out, I wanted him to leave here clean. We got everything all polished up real nice. We're gonna use this one right here. I'm gonna let him do it so you can see it happen while it happens. But the ceramic foam rinse is super easy to put on. We developed it mainly for doing semis and stuff just because big surfaces. Having to physically put on the ceramic sealant on big stuff like this, I know a lot of people aren't gonna do that.
Oh yeah.
But Devon here, of course, keeps his truck really nice. He does use the ceramic sealant and the quick detailer.
Yep.
So
all these products help. I
want to show him how to use this one so that when he's doing his whole truck at their shop at home before going to shows and stuff, he can just hose it down with this, rinse it, and go. Of course, here in our shop, shout out again to Paul Springer from Springer's Detailing out in California. He helped get me set up with a really nice RO water system. I'll be doing a video on that pretty soon, showing you guys how that thing works. So my water here is down to about 3 parts per million on the hardness, and we just rinse it and walk away. It comes out that easy. But what I'm gonna have you do, Devon, is I'm gonna have you grab the pressure washer with just the spray tip on it right now, and I'm gonna grab the camera, and I'm gonna bring it in close, and I'm gonna have him just spray the side of the bunk so that you guys at home can see that there's no hydrophobic on it right now. Spray at the floor first, just in case it likes to pop out. I'll grab the camera here, bring it in close while he sprays the side, and you'll see there's no hydrophobic on it right now at all. And then we'll switch the tips out, we'll put the ceramic foam on. I'm gonna have him spray the whole thing. You're just gonna kind of cover everything, and then we're just gonna let it sit for about a minute. And as soon as it starts bubbling up and it starts pushing off the paint, grab the pressure washer, rinse it off one more time, and if you have like just a regular garden hose RO that you use in your shop at home, after you get it pressure washed, rinsed, then you'll final rinse it. Mine, I run the RO through the pressure washer, so I don't have that issue. But it's super simple. Let me grab the camera here. If you want to spray the side, so you see how there's no hydrophobic there at all. Alright, you can stop. See how there's no hydrophobic there at all right now? That water is just kind of like
grabbing everything.
Grabbing onto the whole entire paint. So, let me set this down here and we will swap this out. Swap that tip out for you. The ceramic foam. Alright, now you don't need to lay it on super thick. You're just going to kind of spray it on and just trying to make sure that you cover everything. But I'm going to follow you around here. I'm going to grab it handheld here.
Good?
Yeah, go ahead, you can start spraying. And it's going to spray out like milk. And you can get it on the aluminum, everything, it's not going to hurt anything.
Okay.
So it can go on literally everything. And you're going to see here already, it's going to start pushing water off that fast.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can see it's beating up down here already.
That's it bonding there? It's
yeah.
Just
so what it's doing right now is it's going to start bonding to the paint, which is why we let it sit for about a minute. I'll have you switch back out to the regular tip here.
Okay.
While we're waiting on this. But what it's doing right now is it's setting up and bonding. So what I like to say is I wait until I see that it looks like it's settled. So if you look down here, you can kind of see where it's starting to settle. It's pushed the water completely off and it's starting to look like beads already. And you can tell up here, it hasn't had anything on. You said this one sat pretty much all summer?
Yep, yeah, getting just dusted and rained on, dusted, rained
So it hasn't had a whole lot of product on it, but you can see on the windows here, it's beaded up already. And up here, it's starting to release. So you could actually start spraying it now already, but I would wait just a little longer because you can see here it's still setting up.
Okay, perfect.
This section here and this section here is already completely set up. What I do usually is a first time application like this, I'll rinse it and then put a second application on just so that I make sure I get a good bond and I get 2 separate applications.
Oh yeah.
But I'll grab the camera and go handheld here again for a second when you go to spray that off. And when you go to spray it, you're gonna see how quickly hydrophobic this thing is.
All right.
Yep, you can start spraying. Now you're just gonna rinse it like you normally rinse it. You're cover the whole thing, otherwise you're gonna leave little white spots. And look at how hydrophobic that is there. But now, you see that water just run and clear off.
It doesn't hurt to get close to it, right?
No, it doesn't matter. You
Probably
probably rinse it all off and make sure it all comes off. You see where the water's running off here, but it didn't quite take it off yet?
Yeah, it's still milky a bit there.
Yep, it's set up and it's bonded, but it hasn't been rinsed off yet. If you left that, it would dry and harden, and you'd leave little white spots on it. But as long as you rinse it all clear off, I always tell everybody rinse twice, it's going to be nice.
Yeah, just looking at that box there, it's just, like you said, it's almost, yeah, hardened over.
Look at that water running clear off. It's almost dry already.
It's just sheeting.
Yep. Look at those beads. We didn't have any of that a little bit ago. And look at that, it's starting to dry already. I mean, you can see that the paint's like just, it's gonna dry out super quick.
Man.
And if you were to start driving down the road, especially with water this perfect, it just run right off.
Oh yeah.
So now I'll let you put a second coat on.
Grab that.
Yep. Just so that people can see, you can layer it, you can stack it, you can do as many layers as you want. But now this second coat is gonna go on even faster yet. So as soon as you put it on, you're gonna see it beat up instantaneously.
Oh, yeah. It's already got that foundation.
Yep.
Oh man.
And now if you see the difference already, it's already beaded up. See how it's creating beads up there?
Yeah.
And your glass especially. Now driving in the rain, you're not gonna use a whole lot of windshield wipers.
No.
But you can see it's gonna set up and harden super, super fast now.
The only thing I've used on the windshield is glass cleaner from you, and same with the glass sealant.
Right.
And I'm sure it's helping a little bit, but it wasn't doing that when I last washed
Right.
it. With just
Right. Yeah, now you can
It's
see
unreal.
we're only like 30 seconds in, 15 seconds in, and it's already set up. It's ready to go.
all right.
So I would wait like another 15 just to give it a really good adhesion. But this up here is all bonded. It's beating up super, super heavy up there.
It's like you just, like you said, melt.
And compared to physically hand applying something, this is so much quicker and easier. While you're already washing, you can...
I got time to do other crap.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It gives you extra time to polish or touch up or
Yeah.
clean your frame or whatever.
Do paperwork.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Get caught up on your paperwork.
All right. Well, give this a go.
This time.
It's so quick. I like how you can really notice where you have gone over
Yeah.
and where you haven't yet.
Yep.
It just leaves that line. Or
Kind of leaves that guidepost. You can see where you did and didn't hit.
Exactly. Now this ain't no squeaky beacon.
Now I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, and I don't know if you can see it.
There's like hardly any water left on that. That is.
And even then, like look at how glossy the paint looks.
Yep.
Like over the course of the next 24 hours, as this stuff starts to harden and cure out, this paint's gonna get glossier and glossier over the course of the next 24 hours.
Man, that's awesome.
Crazy simple to apply.
Yeah. What if I wanted to, after I did all this, go over it with your ceramic sealer?
So that's the beautiful thing.
Just re-up it and
Yep.
re-up it. And
You can. It all layers on top of each other, even if you use the quick detailer. Not a lot of people know this. I mean, I told this to you before, but our quick detailer even has ceramic in it.
Yep.
So even if you just put a quick detailer on it to touch it up down the road, they all layer on top of each other, so they all play well together.
Oh, that's awesome.
But if you put ceramic sealant over the top of this yet, on top of the ceramic foam,
Yep.
my donk that I have at home,
Yep.
I should have shown you that when we were at the house, but my donk at home, we ceramic foamed it to test it when we tested it out last year before we released it at Louisville. And then I ceramic sealed it, and I left the car parked pretty much all year this year. I didn't get a chance to drive it. We were crazy busy with COVID and everything going on.
Yep.
We were just slammed. I pulled the car in here and washed it not too long ago, and soap didn't even stick to it. Like, it wouldn't even stick to it. I was like, it was crazy. And eventually these do the same thing. Voight, his winter beater, he has so many layers of ceramic foam on it. Last time I was over there watching him wash, the soap wasn't sticking either. So it was pretty wild to see. He has so many layers on his truck that
Oh yeah.
the soap doesn't even stick.
Oh,
But yeah, you can layer them all on top of each other and just gets more and more hydrophobic as you go.
Oh, that's awesome. No, I love this stuff. That's just great. Like,
Grab this.
just that simple and.
It's crazy. I love it. But this is the product right here. Ceramic foam, rinse. You're gonna wanna keep it in its own foam cannon. If you put it with, like if you use soap and then dump the soap out and put the ceramic foam in it, the ceramic foam, you're gonna want its own foam cannon for it. This stuff is so strong, it actually lines the inside of the bottle and it'll mess up your soap. So make sure you use its own foam cannon for this. 1 finger's length, this much right here in the bottom, and then the rest water. It's not, you don't need to be super, super thick. As long as it comes out like milk or lighter than milk, it's gonna beat up really nice. And while we're standing here, this thing's almost drying.
Yep.
It's drying on its own.
I like that. That's awesome.
I thank you guys for stopping by. This one's available on GoShine.com/shop. I thank Devon for being here. And Jade for letting us use their truck for this thing, getting it nice and clean. Stay tuned. I think you're gonna catch Devon here on, actually, if we do a podcast today, it'll be out before this video is out, because I got a bunch of videos set up and ready to come out already. So catch this guy on our podcast, Polisher's Corner, available on all networks. I don't think any of them that we're not on yet. I know we're on Spotify, iTunes, all the big ones, Google.
I make sure I hit it up on YouTube.
I appreciate that. We try
I
to
like
put the live
visual,
ones.
you know.
Yep.
Does that have everything in it?
Yeah.
The
So
visual?
we don't cut anything out from the audio versus the video.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
So they're both the same. Just I cut the video out for the podcast part,
Right on.
and just put the audio in for the podcast. So they're both the exact same thing. You're not missing anything. But some guys don't want to download podcasts. They want to watch them on YouTube. So
Yeah.
we put them on both.
Yep.
So thank you guys for watching all those two. I know they've been huge for us. So appreciate you guys. Thanks, Devon, for
Thanks,
stopping
bud.
by. Till next time.